The work ethic and success of the city itself. You do the job the way it's supposed to be done. No quarter given and no quarter asked.
It's a tough-nosed city, and we try to exemplify that in our play.
These are the faces of the city of big shoulders, faces of strength, character, more substance than style.
You know, we might not have the glamour boys that all the other teams have, but we work hard and we try to get the job done.
Cleveland, Ohio, fast on the shores of Lake Erie, is a steel town, a production line town. And on football weekends, the city comes down to the waterfront to see a team that's a mirror of their image. The Cleveland Browns, basic football played on grass and in the dirt. Teams that win more than they lose. They win in front of sellout crowds that roar hard, and on other days, work hard.
Here in Cleveland, we have sort of like a blue-collar city, and if you look at our football team, you don't see any logo on our helmets, or you don't see any cheerleaders. We're sort of like a rock'em sock'em football team, and we're rock'em sock'em city.
Municipal Stadium will be rocking tonight as the Chicago Bears are in to meet the Browns. These two teams have each lost incredibly their last two games. And for these two cities who won't tolerate losing for long, winning tonight is crucial. The Browns, Ozzie Newsome knows what it means.
One of the biggest events in Cleveland is a Monday Night Football game. The city turns out for it. The city becomes very electric. And bringing the Bears in, who's a Super Bowl team, who's been one of the top teams in the National Football League, just adds to it.
Probably one of the biggest games of the season for us because we never lost 3 games in a row. And a lot of guys around here have lost 3 games in a row, the older veterans, but the newer guys have never been in that position. And Mike Ditka, he's going to have us ready to play tonight.
The pride of these two cities is on the line as the Chicago Bears meet the Cleveland Browns on ABC's Monday Night Football.
Well, I'm sitting at home, it's the best seat in the land. Do you know how long I've been a Monday night fan? I remember all the big games, all the trick plays. It's been here for 20 years, and here it's gonna stay. I gotta get ready, make everything right, 'cause Monday Night Football's coming on tonight. Are you ready for the football? The Monday night party. Hey, this is Rocket Randolph Hank, ready to get the good time started. You gotta hit 'em, gotta dock 'em, get the play call right. All my rowdy friends are here for Monday night. Everybody's up. Hey, this is the biggest party. Hey, Frank and Al and Dan, they really got it. It's the time that is right. Oh, my rowdy friends are here on Monday night. Right.
Cleveland Stadium, as we look down at Cleveland Stadium, adjacent to Lake Erie, on a beautiful Midwestern Indian summer evening, a perfect night for football. And Cleveland Stadium, that's seen so many dramatics, not only in baseball, but in football, will be rocking tonight. 80,000 plus on hand for the Bears and the Browns. Hello again, everyone. I'm Frank Gifford, along with Dan Deerdorf. Our colleague Al Michaels is not with us this evening. He is waiting for the World Series to resume on Friday night out in California, and he will be watching tonight, of course. But Al, I think we'd like to send a little message to you. Dan and I were talking about it a little earlier.
Well, it's our first chance to be back on the air, Frank, since with the tragedy in San Francisco. And Al, on behalf of all of us here at your Monday Night crew, the job you did and all of our ABC colleagues that were there in San Francisco, some of whom are here tonight, just thanks so much for what you did telling us and the country, bringing us a little closer to that terrible tragedy. And we're all proud to be a part of Monday Night Football and you.
And needless to say, all of our thoughts and our prayers go out to all of the people of Northern California and, of course, the San Francisco area. As far as tonight's game is concerned, there's a feeling about this game that we haven't had in a long time, a feeling of incredible intensity. Now, a lot of people pick these two teams to go all the way. They've struggled in the last couple of weeks. Each of them has lost their last 2 football games, and while it is not a panic, you can sense that something is going to really erupt here tonight.
It might be panic with a small p, or desperation, or backs against the wall, whatever you want to call it, Frank. You're talking about 2 high-powered football teams here that realize that teams that lose 3 games in a row, which the loser of tonight's game is going to do, teams that lose 3 in a row, most often don't make it to the Super Bowl. And so what we're looking at tonight is a football game that doesn't need a lot of setup. It doesn't need a lot of explanation to get this thing going. I think Cleveland coach Bud Carson said it best when he said, all week long our players have been saying Monday night can't get here soon enough. Well, Monday night is here. Let's get it on.
There are the principles that Dan spoke of a moment ago. Bud Carson in his first year inheriting a team that had been to the playoffs 4 consecutive times, 2 times in the last 3 years to the AFC Championship. That's quite a load to take on. Mike Ditka on the left. He has never lost 3 in a row since coming to the Bears in 1982. Very emotional leader of the Bears. If you saw some of his comments following the loss last week to Houston.
Early.
3rd down, 14. Tomczak almost picked off again, deflected into the hands of Morris first, and then knocked away as Wendell Davis almost made a spectacular Bear catch out to the 30-yard line.
Well, both defenses have held, and there was a good look at a ball that could have been caught by 3 different people. Look at it from behind. The ball is, first of all, thrown a little high from Mike Tomczak. It's just up in the air a little too much. Take a look, though. Clay Matthews almost had it, but then at the very end, Wendell Davis really had a legitimate shot at bringing it down.
Buford is on to punt for the Bears. Gerald McNeil is back for the Browns. The smallish one, at about 140 pounds, situated near his own 40-yard line. Buford puts it up high, and McNeil takes the chance near the 40-yard line. And a gutsy play by McNeil as he gets out over the 45-yard line to the 47-yard line.
How about that block by Van Waders? Special coverage and attention.
2nd down, about 9 yards. The ball inside the Bears' 42-yard line. Kosar airs one out. Intended for Slaughter. That ball hung just long enough for Sean Gale to get back there with Lorenzo Lynch. Down and 9. Kosar back into the pocket, no receiver, and he goes down in the arms of Tony Woods, the rookie from Oklahoma, an 8th-round draft pick that is filling in for yet another injured Bear, Trace Armstrong. Armstrong, who missed last week with a badly sprained ankle. Tomczak floods the backs to the left. It's downfield. Wendell Davis, and Davis on the out, gets the first down out over the 30-yard line. Over the 30-yard line. Gentry, number 29, in motion. Anderson, no chance at all. Taken there by Michael Dean Perry. We talked about how quick he is. And he was off the line like a rocket.
Explosion off the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 11. Tomczak with the 4 wide receivers, underthrows Gentry. And again, what the Bears like to do, get the ball to Gentry in a sure pass situation and let him run with it. UCLA, and you can check your listing for the game that you will see in your area. The Browns 1st down and 10. They're on 27-yard line. And Tim Manoa bowls his way out over the 30, near the 33-yard line. And I used to sit on the sidelines when our defense was on the field and watch this man, Dan, Jim Brown.
I know that Walter Payton surpassed his numbers, and sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense to say who was the best because it's everyone's own opinion. But in my humble opinion, the greatest ball carrier that ever tucked one under his arm in this league.
Metcalf lost a couple. Kosar and Webster Slaughter once again. He set himself up purposely to pick up the 1st down yardage. Good move by both of them. No score. Kosar wide open over the middle. Ozzie Newsome at his 150th game in which he's caught at least 1 pass for the Cleveland Browns. Kosar, quick drop and a quick delivery to Webster Slaughter, and Kosar has been working on just this during the past week.
Leap and get a hand on the football. That is an all-pro play. By certainly, as you well know, an all-pro player.
Kosar from the shotgun, 3rd down and 7. Steps back up, fires one. Gets it into Brian Brennan. Outstanding possession receiver for these Browns over the past 5 or 6 years.
A little bit vocal about not being a bigger part of the offense. And the crowd, I think, into it. A very sophisticated football crowd here in Cleveland.
There's Brennan. He just picked up the yardage, Dan. Had just the yardage for the first down. Now we've seen that 3-yard line of the Bears. Kozar fires again, complete. Simple stuff, but it's moving the ball down the field. That time it was Reggie Langhorne, the Browns receiver. Kozar appears to be checking it off. Metcalf. Lightning speed to the outside. John Gale takes Metcalf out of bounds down near the 10-yard line, but a tremendous move. We saw another move in Cincinnati earlier in the year that we didn't believe from this young man.
This may be the prettiest move we might see all year. Bang, 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 and that was a touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown. Meanwhile, back to live action. Kozar again. High percentage stuff. Finding Reggie Langhorne over the middle. Second down, Metcalf following Manoa. And Metcalf planting the outside foot, turning on the afterburner inside the 5-yard line, close to the 3-yard line. 2 for the first down, and the Browns can get the first down near the 1. Crossing play to Metcalf.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Crossing pattern perfectly executed over in the left side by the Browns. And Terry Metcalf, who did it all at the University of Texas, as his father did with the St. Louis Cardinals, is putting on a little show tonight. Hard line, and that crossing pattern, Dan, is designed not as exactly as a pick, but it works that way, as you see Ron Rivera trying to get out and cover the quick, speedy Eric Metcalf. That's almost an impossibility. We'll be back. Good look at Cleveland Stadium, and we'll be back after this message and then a word from our ABC stations. Stay with us. On first down. And again, Anderson having difficulty even getting back to the line of scrimmage. Tomczak in trouble. Tomczak will go down in the arms of, guess who? Michael Dean Perry.
Michael Dean working all the way on Mark Bortz, but here's the key to it. Watch the move back to the outside. Throws Bortz back to the inside, and Mike Tomczak, who really had a pretty solid pocket for about 4 seconds, forced to hold the ball a little long. You could see him step up once, step up twice, and had nowhere to go with it. Again, credit. Been shaky a couple weeks. Interceptions last week, trying to throw a ball the way. Is that Mike Ditka being conservative because of the quarterback play of late?
In short, I think so. Daryl McNeil finds the opening. McNeil to midfield. Beautiful return by Gerald McNeil. Steve Heitch made the stop, and not until McNeil, the ice cube, if you will, 5'7", 142-pounder, exploded. Kozar back. Look for Slaughter. Slaughter again, close to another Browns first down, and again, this time, as opposed to last week, when Bernie Kozar had all kinds of problems.
Certainly the Bears could use him tonight.
Kozar doing a lot of changing out there tonight. He does it again. Second down and 8. Kozar now in trouble, and down he goes. And getting there first for the Bears was Rivera from his linebacker position. Kozar never had a chance to get to Ozzie Newsome.
This guy right now is carrying a big burden, a bigger load than he has to.
3rd and 15. Kozar flushed out of the pocket, throws back across the field, has enough arm to get it to Brian Brennan. A dangerous pass, but he makes the completion and gets the ball back to the Bears' 38-yard line.
Bears have gone to the blitz, and it worked.
4th down, the Browns decide to punt, keeping Matt Barr on the sidelines with what would have been a 55-yard field goal, and I don't know
play.
Whether or not Stephen Braggs might be better advised to let that thing bounce into the end zone or take some kind of a bounce.
Oh, that's a sensational play by Braggs, downing the football. Back now, facing this 3rd and long. If he's going to throw it, it'll have to be out of the dog pound end zone. And You can see why the Browns defense so highly rated.
Up goes the decibel count on 3rd down and 8. Again, the conservative call pays off as Anderson on the draw play gets out over the 20-yard line.
Oh, great call. You see the flag come in late.
But when that turf gave way, it looked like Anderson might have overextended his knee. And they're looking at him right now. We'll look again. Now watch him plant the left foot and watch the turf give way. Right there.
More often than not, Frank, when you see that type of a slide out, it's a stretched groin. That's the type of a move that puts a lot of pressure on the inside of your leg and your groin muscle.
We'll get a report, but he is walking without a limp to the sideline. Is on top all by themselves. 3rd down and 10. Anderson is open. Neil Anderson over midfield. Inside the 45-yard line, tripped up by Felix Wright. Tomczak just getting rid of it under tremendous pressure. Now Bubba Baker. Soldier Field in Chicago, and they opened the season of 1986. With the score tied at 7 in the first quarter, Dennis Gentry popped through a host of Browns, broke into the clear and went 91 yards for a touchdown. The Bears going on to win 41-31. And Dennis Gentry live at Cleveland Stadium. Big game last week in a losing effort against Houston. 6 receptions and one of them for 79 yards and a touchdown. A special event that night. Monday Night Football came on the air. And this was the opening kickoff of the second half. Remember this name, Homer Jones, used to be with the Giants, performing here with the Cleveland Browns. Finds a little opening, breaks it off, and goes 94 yards for a Browns touchdown. The Browns going on to win that first game of Monday Night Football, 31-21, when Billy Andrews intercepted a Joe Namath pass late in the game. Last time the Bears were shut out.
Yeah, we were there. That was at Candlestick Park. Everybody got a shot at playing quarterback for the Bears that night.
As we wind down here in the first half. Draw play, Metcalf. And Metcalf met by Mike Singletary. Manoa. Draw play. Similar success. Crowd doesn't like it. Ron Rivera made the stop for the Bears. 3rd down and 11.
Good statistic there, folks.
Kozar working on 7 straight completions at this point. And make it 7 of 8. And that was a quick series by the Cleveland Browns. That pass intended for Reggie Langhorne, and the punting unit will come out. Back for the Bears. Wagner again to punt for the Browns. Good kick by Wagner. And Braggs again.
Oh, Mr. Braggs turning in some, put this guy in the punt coverage Hall of Fame.
Great effort to get down on a ball that could have been fair caught by Green somewhere out around the 15-yard line. 7-0 halftime, and Mike Ditka exercised several times here in the first half. Calm as compared to last week, but he'll go in and have a word with the boys. And the Cleveland Browns lead the Chicago Bears 7-0. Good football game. Stay with us. We'll be right back after a message from the National Football League and a word from our station.
But in reality, the only solid drive was put together by the Browns, and they followed it all the way through with that score you just saw at Metcalf.
14 plays, and it used almost 8 minutes.
The Bears, meanwhile, have not been close to scoring.
Tomczak rolls left, sets up, looks downfield, and fires for the tight end, and finds James Thornton. Thornton out over the 45-yard line to the 47 before Hanford Dixon takes down the big tight end. Anderson flanked out to the right. You see the flag as Muster lumbers up over midfield all the way down to the 48-yard line of the Cleveland Browns. Tomczak, under a lot of pressure, stepped up like he was going to run, raised the ball as he looked at a receiver, and down he went in the arms of Tom Gibson.
Why, they're one of the very best in the league.
Browns lead 7-0 early here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Kosar back, good protection. Rifles one out to the sidelines. Great shot to Slaughter. That ball carrying some 30 yards in the air, and it was a rope. First down, 33-yard line of the Browns. Eric Metcalf, and he is hammered by Tony Woods and Mike Singletary. Second down and 13. Metcalf in motion. And the little touch pass to Manoa, who breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage and gets out to the 34-yard line.
At the beginning of next month, and the Cleveland Browns cannot get Mr. Mack back in uniform quick enough. Again, an inept rush by the Bears.
And a 3rd down and 9, and Kosar is able to deliver it to midfield. Reggie Langhorne, the receiver. Maurice Douglas was there scrambling for the football, but a good display of a strong arm by Kosar.
Look at this from behind. Reggie Langhorne, number 88, but look at Maurice Douglas. He actually has the ball, and somehow the ball found its way through his arms. Maurice Douglas not come out of there with that ball in an INT.
Bears showing blitz, drop out of it. Kosar steps back up and gets the ball to Manoa, who bowls over one defender, Lorenzo Lynch, and gets another Brown first down. And Kosar changing things off again, reading the Bear defense. Now the Bears change defensively, and they bring the blitz. Kosar, Webster, Slaughter, great catch, good read by Kosar to pick up the man-for-man coverage as a result of the blitz. Lorenzo Lynch, not that bad a coverage.
Bears have not been able to get there with their front four. This time they had to gamble and come with the blitz, and look at the effort by Webster Slaughter in bringing it down. But the Bears had to gamble, and the Browns make them pay.
And Kosar may have had problems a week ago, struggled over the past few weeks, but what a touch he put on this pass to Slaughter.
And that is the ruling.
First down, Cleveland, 12-yard line of the Bears, and Eric Metcalf, who's been bottled up all night by a swarming Bears defense, again throwing for a loss. Defense spearheaded there by Steve McMichael.
You blitz again? Yes, you do.
Kosar this time, he does not get it away. Yes, they say the arm was in motion. Dorson again on the safety blitz and really hammered Kosar that time. Right in the face of Kosar, and Matt Barr comes on for the field goal attempt of 31 yards. Matt Barr deadly accurate from in this close, and the Browns extend their lead here in the third quarter with 8:36 remaining. 10-0 the Browns over the Bears. In motion on 2nd down and 11. Tomczak has the time and throws it right into the arms of Frank Minifield. Tomczak, who threw a couple of interceptions that were hard to believe a week ago against Houston, that started people to thinking, including Mike Ditka, that he might make a change at quarterback. Is
executed by the Chicago Bears. Dennis Gentry is the motion man. Watch him come underneath and make a move back this direction when the ball is going to go this way, and Minifield is going to be there. There's Minifield waiting to pick him up. But now watch Dennis Gentry. When he makes his move here to the inside, he's going to stop, move back to the outside, but Mike Tomczak throws to the middle of the field.
Kosar. And again, Ozzie Newsome. High percentage stuff. On first down, quick count, Kosar backfires underneath. Webster Slaughter inside the 10-yard line. Kosar coming off a bad day last week. 2nd down and 3. Kosar 19 of 26. Metcalf, big opening, and Metcalf explodes over the left side into the end zone. And Minnesota is perking up. A Bear loss tonight, and they are in sole possession of first place in the NFC Central.
Cut back by Eric Metcalf. The Bears overcommit to the play side. Nothing but instincts, but look at that gaping hole. Mike Singletary, I think if we get another look at it, you're going to see Mike overplaying it.
To the right. This time he reads it quickly. You almost see him saying to himself, hey, I've had enough of that out there. I'm going to take it back, and nobody can cut it back any faster than this rookie #1 draft pick from Texas. 17-0 the Browns. Working the sidelines.
And he's going up and down to his defensive lineman. you know, every read that this guy had said the play is going to the one-way. He's got to fill to the play side. He's saying, who's got the cutback? Who's responsible for that backside lane? Mike Singletary, the guy who is responsible, Mr. Chicago Bear, unhappy.
Meanwhile, new quarterback for the Chicago Bears, Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh fires underneath to Mustard, out over the 25. Down less than a yard for the Bears. Mustard, he'll have the first down out to the 31. On first down, looking for McKinnon. McKinnon, the intended receiver, almost picked off by Minifield, as Frank Minifield, one of the great cornerbacks ever to play this game, read the out. Good by McKinnon perfectly. And frequency. No one studies this game like defensive backs. I mean, as all the defensive backs, as does Minifield. Now, he looked at Harbaugh, and he looked right into the eyes of McKinnon, stepped in front, and I'll tell you, that's textbook defensive play by a cornerback.
Well, that's why he's got a room reserved every year as the Pro Bowl.
Second and 10. Harbaugh tries to pull it down, and
guess who
gets in trouble, and it's Michael Dean Curry. Again, playing an outstanding game for these Browns tonight.
Take a look at this inside, working against Mark Bortz, and really very effectively blocked. Michael Dean stays with it, and that spin back to the inside just by instinct, just trying to get back into the middle of the field, puts himself in a position to make that tackle on Jim Harbaugh.
Harbaugh in trouble again, tried to get it into Wendell Davis, and it was tipped up into the air and almost picked off. Second down and 20. Metcalf with the quick moves, eludes one Bear, but does not get away from Mike Singletary.
IBM presents You Make the Call. Rich Carlos of the Broncos attempts an onside kick from the 35, which is grabbed at the 41 by Pat Beach of the Colts, who returns it to the Denver 7, where Carlos pulls him down. Now you make the call. Is this a legal play by the Colts? What call did you make? The receiving team can legally take possession of a kickoff, even though it has not yet traveled 10 yards. This is a legal play.
Yeah, that is tough for you to get out of the house.
Kathy Lee is not here alone. First down and 10, the Bears. Harbaugh has to check off to Mustard. He was trying to get it deep to Dennis Gentry on an out and go, and he was well covered by Hanford Dixon.
Or his personnel.
I think that was it. Of course, he called the play, and he did not like the way the Bears got into their first set. Harbaugh, who can run the football, spins away from one Brownie and gets to the 45-yard line, a gain of 5. That'll leave the Bears in the third down and 5. Bears need to get something on the board. Here in the fourth quarter, they trail 17-0. Dennis Gentry, who does a little bit of everything for these Bears. Good receiver, great kick return man, and gets a big play for the Bears down to the 22-yard line. Anderson peels off in motion. Harbaugh under pressure, and he goes down.
Oh,
Sacked
what an
by
effort.
Robert Banks, who made a tremendous effort. Banks was down, scrambled to get to Harbaugh, and gets the sack. Blitz down for the Browns. And a good call as Anderson explodes right up the middle, inside the 10. Gets it all back plus more, and a first down. First down, goal to go. Second down, goal to go. Anderson to the 1-yard line.
Anderson, the ball carrier.
All the big folks. Anderson tried to cut back and ran right into the arms of Tom Gibson. Nothing doing out to the left side for the Browns. The quarterback is incumbent to run the play, if he can hear now. Is Hilgenberg qualify for that also?
The Bears are going to attempt to wait it out. See Jerry Seaman standing right alongside Jim Harbaugh. I think it's quieted down. Yeah, Jerry, let's go.
Set it again. Fourth down, goal to go. The ball inside the Browns 3. 7:14 remaining in the game. Bears down 17-0. Harbaugh.
Oh, there's a flag.
Gentry was covered.
Felix Wright. There's the flag.
Right. The flag is down. I don't know whether that ball could have been caught or not, and maybe it could have been that. No, they're saying no.
Pass interference. Number 35 offense. Penalty decline. First down.
Kozar. Webster, Slaughter. Jackson chasing Slaughter. Spins, stays on his feet. 98 yards on first down. Bernie Kosar puts it up. What a call.
Put a fork in the Bears. They're done.
To Mike Moran. Now it's said to be 97 yards official, but that still is a Browns record. Look at this spin and twist away from Dusty Jackson. A great athletic move by Slaughter to stay on his feet. Good look at Webster. Slaughter is rapidly developing into one of the fine wide receivers. He has the speed, as you can see here, and certainly the balance. 97-yard Browns touchdown. We'll be back. And to set up this 97-yard touchdown.
Here's Neil Anderson. Watch him come out here. He's going to slip right here, and then he's going to fall into Mark Harper and take him to the ground. This is going to be the offensive interference call. There's the slip right there. Watch him take Harper out of the play. McKinnon breaks to the outside, but the flag is already down. That's what turned the ball over.
Here comes Dennis Gentry. Gentry spins away from a Brown at the 15-yard line. And all the way out to the 44-yard line. Good effort by Gentry before Tony Blaylock takes Gentry out of bounds at the 44-yard line. And let's take a look at that 97-yard touchdown pass. First and 10 Bears, 44-yard line. Harbaugh sprinting out to the right. Firing into the crowd to McKinnon, who makes a sensational catch at the 41-yard line.
Offensive team that they have thwarted this evening.
Harbaugh back again on first down. Flushed out of the pocket by Baker. Gets the ball to Gentry, and he breaks the tackle and gets inside the 35.
Chicago has.
2-minute offense by the Bears, and Gentry to stop for about a yard loss in the arms of Michael Dean Perry, who has played an outstanding game. The Browns defense coming into tonight were ranked number 2 overall in the National Football League. That had not been their problem here tonight. Third down and 2. Harbaugh fires to Wendell Davis, and he'll have a first down inside the 20. James the same. The ball now moved back to the 23-yard line. Big draw by Harbaugh. Dennis Gentry. Gentry breaks the tackle again and gets inside the 10-yard line.
Gentry, another one of those guys tonight that seems to be doing a lot of good things for the Chicago Bears.
Only moments ago, the Bears had a first down and goal to go, and this time they get it into the end zone. That was a great catch by Wendell Davis of a well-thrown ball by Harbaugh.
They've got to look at this. Let's see the feet. One. 2. Boy, the second foot appeared to hit extremely close to the line. I think that this might give us our best vantage point.
While you look at the fine touch on the part of Harbaugh. Well, coverage by Braggs.
There's the right, it's in. There's the left, and it's in.
Yeah.
Boy, it doesn't get any closer, and I'm afraid the camera coverage doesn't get any better. Nice work, guys. They're looking at it up in the booth.
Instant replay.
Again, the receiver was forced out of bounds. He would have landed in bounds. We have a touchdown.
Dave Kamansky.
We think he landed in bounds, but it really doesn't matter. Regardless, nothing but the best.
All right, obviously, the Bears will go with the onside kick. It has to travel the 10 yards before it can be handled, and is handled rather quickly by the sure-handed Brian Brennan, as the Browns put all of their sure-handed types over on their right side, and Brennan comes down with the football.
Pound end, or there would have been littered with biscuits.
This is Keith Jones working the left side and working it well. Browns, of course, would have preferred the Jones stay inbounds. Pagel now changing off for the first down at the Bears' 33-yard line. Mike Oliphant, the speedy one, whom the Browns acquired from Washington. Former Redskin, third-round draft pick.
Randall got a late surge there. Carl Banks called 100 times. Carl Banks, the New York Giant, who left prone on the field when Randall scrambled and threw that touchdown pass.
A little relief as the Browns offense rebounded. He, of course, was with Bernie Kosar at the University of Miami, and Bud Carson took over as head coach.
Boy, the Browns could have, the Bears rather, could have sorely used his pass rushing skills tonight. He's got 4 sacks already this year, and not a whole lot of pass rush applied by the Bears on Bernie Kosar tonight.
Barry Redden to the outside. Stays inbounds, turns it into heavy traffic to do so. Dent. On 3rd and long. Mike Pagel sprints to the outside, and Mike Pagel will not get out of bounds also, and he is hammered down at the 17-yard line.
It's a Bear team that needs an adjustment and needs to get a whole lot better if they're going to catch the Vikings.
35-yard attempt by Matt Barr, who hit earlier from 31 yards out. So Matt Barr is now 10 of 13 on the season.
Oh, by the Bengals the last couple of weeks, struggling.
Dismal. Harbaugh fires and is complete to Dennis McKinnon. Bears keep it alive out over the 35. We're delighted with the turnout of the votes. 3rd down for the Bears, 22 seconds remaining. Harbaugh fires to McKinnon. These are the kinds of completions you get because the Browns are going to let you have them. Frank, a score. Should be the final play of the game. As we draw a defensive foul. Hung up in the end zone. And there it is. Browns win it 27-7. And the Central Division of the AFC is tied up in knots.